What if one dead battery could shut down your entire adventure in seconds? Welcome to my channel, where we explore resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear that keep you running anywhere. Stay with us to discover reliable off-grid energy solutions, and check links in description for details. Anker Solix C1000 Gen 2. A dead battery in the middle of nowhere can turn excitement into panic faster than bad weather rolling over a mountain ridge. That's exactly why the Anker Solix C1000 Gen 2 feels less like a gadget and more like backup security for modern adventure life. Right away, the 49-minute fast charging changes expectations. Most people shopping for resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear worry about long recharge times before road trips or outages. This unit cuts that stress dramatically. The 1024 Wh Li-FePO4 battery delivers stable power for camping fridges, drones, laptops, portable heaters, and even emergency home essentials during blackouts. And the 2000 watts output with 3000 watts surge handling means you are not constantly calculating what can safely run. That freedom matters more than spec sheets sometimes show. For travelers building serious resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear setups, the optional solar charging adds another layer of independence. Compared with the Jackery Explorer 1000 Plus, the Anker feels faster and more aggressive in charging performance, while EcoFlow models may offer slightly more advanced ecosystem expansion. Still, Anker balances portability and power unusually well. There are compromises though. It is not ultralight for minimalist hikers, and heavy appliance use drains capacity quicker than some buyers expect. But for campers, van life travelers, emergency planners, and remote creators needing dependable portable energy, this power station solves a real modern problem without unnecessary complexity. Instead of hearing silence during an outage or dead gear beside a cold campsite, you hear the quiet hum of preparation finally paying off when it matters most under unpredictable skies far from comfort. Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 Portable. A dead phone is annoying. A dead power station in the middle of nowhere can ruin an entire trip before sunrise even hits the mountains. That's why the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 feels less like camping gear and more like a backup plan you'll quietly depend on. Built with a 1070 Wh Li-FePO4 battery, this portable power station targets people tired of noisy gas generators and unreliable battery packs that collapse during longer outdoor stays. The first thing that stands out is speed. 1 hour fast charging changes the entire experience for travelers preparing last minute. Plug it in before dinner, and it's nearly ready before bed. For RV users, weekend campers, and off-grid creators running drones, cameras, or laptops, the 1500 watts AC output handles daily essentials without making the setup feel complicated. In the growing world of resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear, portability matters just as much as raw capacity. Jackery balances both surprisingly well. Compared with EcoFlow Delta 2, the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 feels quieter and more beginner-friendly, though EcoFlow still pushes slightly harder on expansion flexibility. The upside here is reliability during real outdoor pressure. Phones, portable fridges, lights, and even small appliances stay running smoothly. The USB-C charging also feels modern instead of outdated. The downside? Serious full-time off-grid users may eventually want more solar expansion options. Solar panels are optional too, which increases total setup cost. Still, for people building dependable emergency kits or searching for resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear, this unit creates something valuable beyond electricity: peace during moments when the outside world suddenly goes dark and distant. A dead phone is annoying. A dead power station in the middle of nowhere can change an entire trip. That's exactly why the Bluetti AC200L feels less like a gadget and more like backup security for people who disappear off-grid on purpose. The first thing that stands out is raw usable power. With a 2048 Wh Li-FePO4 battery and 2400 watts output that can lift to 3600 watts, this unit handles refrigerators, electric grills, power tools, coffee makers, and camping gear without acting overwhelmed. That matters because most people shopping for resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear are tired of choosing between portability and real capability. Bluetti leans heavily toward endurance. During road trips, blackout situations, or remote camp setups, the solar charging support keeps the system practical instead of temporary. Pairing it with the 200-watt solar panel creates a quieter alternative to noisy fuel generators that ruin peaceful outdoor nights. Compared with the EcoFlow Delta series, the AC200L feels slightly heavier and less travel light. But it fights back with stronger long-term battery durability and dependable home backup flexibility. Another detail people appreciate fast is the outlet variety. Multiple AC ports mean fewer compromises when charging cameras, laptops, portable fridges, and emergency essentials together. Still, this isn't for ultra-casual campers wanting something pocket-sized. Transporting it takes planning. For van lifers, storm prep households, overlanding travelers, and creators working far from city power, it delivers something rare, the feeling that your entire setup can keep moving even when the grid disappears behind you for days at a time under harsh weather and uncertain conditions without constant power anxiety following every mile forward. Bluetti Portable Power Station. One storm. One dead battery. One freezing night in the middle of nowhere. That's usually when people realize cheap power stations were never built for real off-grid survival. The Bluetti AC 180 changes that feeling immediately. This portable powerhouse is designed for people who camp far beyond crowded RV parks, chase remote landscapes, or simply refuse to let blackouts control their routine. With a 1,152 watt-hours Li-FePO4 battery and 1,800 watts output, it handles demanding gear without acting fragile under pressure. Here's where things get interesting. Many portable stations struggle once you connect heaters, cooking devices, or power tools. The AC 180 keeps moving calmly, even when multiple devices are plugged in. That makes it fit naturally into the world of resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear. The fast charging is another major win. Reaching 80% in around 45 minutes feels incredibly useful before sudden trips or incoming storms. For campers, van lifers, photographers, and emergency-prepared households, that time-saving difference matters more than expected. Compared with something like the Jackery Explorer series, Bluetti feels heavier but more rugged in long-term battery durability thanks to the Li-FePO4 chemistry. There are downsides though. At over 35 pounds, carrying it across rough terrain isn't exactly effortless. And if you only need lightweight weekend charging for phones and lights, smaller stations may feel more practical. Still, people searching for resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear often want reliability before portability. And that's exactly where the AC 180 earns attention, not by looking futuristic, but by quietly keeping life powered when the world around you suddenly goes dark. EcoFlow Portable Power Station. One blackout can turn a peaceful trip into pure frustration faster than most people expect. Phones die. Lights disappear. Portable coolers stop working. That's where the EcoFlow Delta 2 changes the entire experience. Built around a 1,024 watt-hours Li-FePO4 battery, this portable power station feels less like camping gear and more like a dependable energy companion for unpredictable situations. The first thing people notice is speed. Fast charging saves hours of waiting before a road trip or emergency. Plug it in briefly, and suddenly you're powering appliances, drones, laptops, and even small kitchen devices without panic creeping in. For travelers searching for resilient portable power stations for extreme off-grid adventure gear, the Delta 2 brings balance between portability and serious output power. Its 1,800 watts AC performance handles demanding electronics surprisingly well. USB-C charging also feels modern instead of outdated, especially for creators and remote workers living between campsites and highways. Compared with the Jackery Explorer 1000, the Delta 2 feels more aggressive in charging flexibility and expansion options. Jackery stays simpler for casual users, but EcoFlow pushes harder toward long-term off-grid adaptability. There are trade-offs. The unit is not featherlight, and carrying it across rough terrain repeatedly can become tiring. Solar panels are optional too, which increases total setup cost. Still, families preparing for outages, RV travelers, overlanders, and weekend adventurers will appreciate how quickly this system removes uncertainty from outdoor living. Many products promise backup energy. Few create the feeling that the next storm, remote trail, or silent night under the stars is already handled before it even begins.